Ladies and gentlemen, in tonight's top news, we will be discussing our best and worst of the year. But first, how to get those drugs off the street and into my body. Subscribe with Prime.
This is quality content. Dude is my age. Marcus is my age, and he's got like 50 years of fucking experience.
Because both the fuck out of her chance.
Louis Armstrong was the midwife that helped birth ska from the cloaca of punk.
You guys heard it here first at LTN Media. There's packs of wild stray dogs that control most of the major cities. Anytime you just hear, almost the lava. It's like, oh shit, it's about to go down.
So I have seen the first episode of a series that my girlfriend wants me to watch with her as like a show we watch together, like couples do. And I have seen exactly one ad for this show. It was after I watched the first episode, and it let me know exactly what was going on and basically how the series ends. So I'm upset by that. Hi,
Danger.
baby, I am. Yeah, it's amazing. Not what?
Well, to be fair, I should have waited, and I don't. Yeah. On that note, hello everyone, and welcome to Less Than Normal. I am Chris. Joined with me, as always, is Dave and Bree on our final episode of 2024. Final episode of year 3 of LTN Media. Year 3 of Less Than Normal as well. Obviously, next week is Christmas. We will not be coming live for you guys on stream. Next time you'll see us will be probably January 1st, 2025.
3 days before my birthday.
Yeah, I know. This show was like 3 or 4 days before my birthday this year too.
A week after mine.
Yeah, Christmas is literally 7 days away. I know, and we don't even get to stream on Bree's birthday this year.
I mean, we could.
We could.
We
could do a 1 hour roast of Bree.
Well, if it's only an hour, I don't know.
The Christmas roast.
The Christmas
We have
roast.
to put in the Christmas roast.
I mean, we could also just pre-record that shit too. Wouldn't be the first time we've aired pre-recorded content on LTN Media's Twitch channel.
As I sit here and cry.
That's right. Dave roasted me live on my birthday 2 years ago. Live on stream. So, and then looks at me and goes, "You're welcome. I could have done worse." You know, who's like, "Oh, I know. I know." So It's kind of a tradition. And
look,
you don't
he's a
fuck with
4 foot
tradition
tall
around here.
Italian ginger. There's a lot of material to work with there.
4'1", motherfucker. Yeah,
Listen
I'm
here, you
more
little
a hobbit.
fucking smurf.
Ooh, you know what? There's a joke about that I could tell you about after the show.
If I stand you and a smurf next to each other and put on them red blue 3D glasses, would you magically 3D into a whole person?
Maybe. This is cool though, because I never thought I'd hang out with Lurch's cousin.
You rang.
Or there was one other time I called Dave a Sasquatch, and I said I could get Dave's attention by howling and smacking on some trees with a bat.
To be fair, you would get my attention.
Exactly.
And then I would send you a high caliber, high velocity message.
You got to hit me first because I'm so low to the ground.
Look, I don't know. I got one of them fancy rangefinders.
Oh shit, he's with Disney's people. They got scopes.
Yeah.
Now, we call it the Shire Shuffle. That's what we hobbits do to avoid gunfire. The Shire Shuffle. Oh shit. It's gonna be a wild one, folks. Strap yourselves in.
And you know what? If you're feeling froggy, strap one on. Give it a go.
I do, before we start, as always, want to give some love to my boys at Miles on Motorsports, where you can hear myself as well. They have Fox Sports reporter Bob Pockrass on the show right now, he's the guy in the racing world that if he says anything, it's either going to happen or it has happened and no one's reported on it. He's like racing Jesus. It's pretty crazy, but big ups to them. I might be heading there in a couple weeks to be live in studio for an episode, so who knows? We'll see what happens. So Christmas is next week.
It is.
It feels like I agree with Danger, though. It does feel like it eats so far away, but then it's like, holy shit, Christmas kind of came out of nowhere.
Because Thanksgiving hits, and next thing you know, Christmas. You get no time to recover.
Nobody took any hits. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know why there's half a gummy sitting on my desk.
You a cop?
Why are you asking so many questions, detective?
Yeah, right? I love saying that to people that ask me a question. I just pause for a moment, just look at them and go, you a cop? Everyone always laughs.
Why are you asking so many questions, detective?
Bree,
so can anybody explain to me why Ra's al Ghul called Bruce Wayne, aka Batman, detective? Because like
he is kind of.
I will be right back.
He kind of is.
Something and I can't find it.
Okay. He was kind of a detective.
I did that once with my dignity.
What, you lost it?
Uh-huh. And went to find it.
Yeah, I lost any sort of self-respect because I'm an internet personality.
I've gone to find myself. If I get back before I return, please keep me here.
Yo, you know what really sounds good right now? I have a whole bunch of KFC in the fridge, and your boy has not eaten since like this morning.
I made penne with tomato sauce and meatballs for food today. And yesterday, I made meatballs. So I had leftover meatballs that we had with the penne today. But yesterday, we had meatball sandwiches.
Ooh, I fuck with a meatball sub, bro.
Oh. Well, so and here's the thing. Is I put it in the meatballs with just a little bit of sauce, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't want the bread to get all soppy and gross before somebody gets a chance to eat it. So I
Right.
put more sauce on the side when I serve it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you soak it up in the end before you take your bite, right?
Right.
Out here serving fucking tomato sauce like it's a jus.
Hey, listen, I love me some good pasta. Like, if I think that I think what my body is made of is spaghetti and cannolis.
I'm gonna leave the cannoli joke alone.
You know what? But it applies, and I didn't think about it when I said it. I'm like, you know what? I guess that's kind of true. Anywho,
what he's trying to say is he has cannoli up his ass.
Oh my god. Now I just think of what's his face in Grown Up. So when he goes, "Is that from Bajilio's? Did you seriously just steal your daughter's cannoli? It's from Bajilio's. Leave me alone." Shoves the whole fucking thing in his mouth. It's like, yeah, same. I am a sucker for Italian pastries. Oh my god, that's adorable.
Yep, that's fair.
I know, it's too bad my
No,
camera's
fuck,
cropped the
man.
way it is. You guys can't see the Christmas tree that's been in the corner since like late November.
I've been.
These are part of my uniform for work right now.
The cutest thing ever.
Hang on. Look, if I had realized that we weren't having a show next week, I would have dressed up. Because I have a slutty Santa costume, but men's style, where it's like red velvet boxers with fur collars around the legs. God. Yeah.
Should we take a 5-minute intermission and get into the spirit?
No, because I don't know where it's all at. So instead, you
Dave's
just
like,
get the glove.
Also, it's going to take more than 5 minutes to get my ass into that costume.
No. If I knew where it all was,
you'd have been
it'd take about 30 seconds. I don't know where it all is.
I also don't really have anything festive, to be fair. I don't know. I'm not a big Christmas guy. Like, not a huge Christmas guy. Unlike my list of holidays, it's definitely towards the bottom.
Well, it is an important holiday for you because it's my birthday.
I didn't say it wasn't important. I just said it wasn't my favorite.
Well, it should be everybody's favorite because it's my birthday.
Bitch, Halloween exists. And I go Halloween love like fucking Christmas people that love Christmas go. That's how I am with Halloween. Spooky season starts July 5th.
To be fair, it's my favorite holiday too, so I can't even say it.
Thanksgiving is a close second, only because my birthday falls on Thanksgiving sometimes.
I see my favorite holiday is probably 4th of July.
It's a good party one.
Well, it has nothing to do with parties and everything to do with it's easier to move large quantities of black powder without your vehicle smelling suspicious.
I know that you're talking about fireworks, but that sounds so bad. Black powder, that sweet black tar heroin.
No. I mean like
Jesus
I don't mean fireworks. I mean like tubs of black powder.
Why are you moving? What are you, a fucking pirate? Like, Nugs.
Yarr,
what's up,
buddy?
You fucking Dave out here moving gunpowder illegally, like it's the fucking it's the Caribbean.
Okay, first off, it wasn't technically illegal. I just wasn't licensed to be transporting that much of it.
Am I gonna have to edit this out for legal purposes? Okay.
No.
Anyways.
It's well past statute of limitations.
What's number one at the box office this week, Craig?
Oh, no. This was decades ago. And it was a guy who had his own reloading bench and he was moving.
Okay.
Right. And I'm like, hey, homie, we have to move all of that. And I am not putting it in your truck. And he says, why not? And I said,
It's just
Because-
screaming probable cause.
What was his name?
Oh god.
Indigo Montoya.
It was Steve.
That tracks.
Actually, I think his name was Steve. It was a
It is Social Security.
it was a friend of a friend situation. So I wasn't sure of his name. But my buddy's truck, who was the primary vehicle that was being used for moving things, was a rust bucket that when driving behind it at night, you would see little sparks come off of it from pieces of rust hitting the fucking pavement because parts were vibrating off the truck.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Why are we taking your truck? Because we lost half of it 10 miles away.
But no, so I'm like, we're not putting that in there. And he's like, all right, how do you want to move it? And I said, well, we'll throw it in the trunk of my car. And then I get pulled over.
That's crazy. You would,
And the
you
cop-
know what? That would be a time to get pulled over.
No, it would. I had a taillight out. I didn't know I had a taillight out. I had a taillight out. Because it's always fucking something. The black powder never went back there. It was in the trunk of my car, which wasn't really a trunk. I had a hatchback, so it was in the storage compartment of my car.
You know, if you're gonna do illegal shit, always at least make sure you have your headlight and taillight sorted.
Well, okay, so it wasn't illegal. It was just frowned upon, technically. But the cop leans in, goes, and it's like a week before 4th of July. Goes, you got a taillight out, bud. Drive safe. And then walked away. Like, he registered to him that he smelled explosives.
It was like,
But it was the correct time of year to smell explosives.
Yeah.
And
Fireworks
it
do have a
was,
distinct smell.
yeah. And it was,
Yeah.
they smell like fucking gunpowder.
Yeah, they do.
Ironically.
Well, while y'all had that riveting conversation, I made a shank.
Oh, Granny,
You gotta-
not my prison shank.
Oh, okay.
My god.
Craziest thing you have on your desk right now that you could make a prison shank out of that they would probably let you have in prison. Go.
Where is it? Where is it? Hold on.
Chris, I think you already died. They wouldn't let you have that.
Why not? I have a nut allergy.
Yeah. And
You
if
can
you
also shove it in the old prison wallet.
Oh god, but what if it went off?
You keep it in the You keep it in the plastic, the protective case.
Right, but imagine if you didn't and it went off.
Well, then I better hope I was eating some fucking nuts at that point.
Nope, I'm not gonna say it. Not gonna say it. Move on. Moving on. What's number one at the box?
Oh my god. Bree clearly wants to move on. So we're gonna move on for Bree, because she's having a hard time over here. Number one in the box office, Bree, since you want to move on, can you guess what number one in the box office is?
Moana 2.
Correct. In its third week at the box office. Did 26 million, grossing 339 million. Number two, can you guess what number two is?
Wicked.
In its fourth week in the box office. 23 million last week and grossing $362 million. Bree, can you guess number three?
Gladiator 2.
No, Kraven the Hunter in its opening.
I didn't think it was gonna be that high. I was gonna guess Craven next. I didn't think it was gonna be top 3.
Also, Nugs, this one. To answer your question, unironically, this one. Number
Hello,
4.
friends.
Oh God, is Gladiator 2 in its 4th weekend. It's $7.7 million. Total grossing $147 million. Number 5, Lord of the Rings: The War of the Rohirrim. In its opening weekend, did $4.6 million. A total gross is about $5 million. So for opening weekend on a fucking animated Lord of the Rings movie, I think that's a solid number.
Do
Yeah,
we
it
have
seems
any
pretty good.
Bollywood or entire anime seasons on the list?
Oh, we're getting there. Number 6 is Red One in its 5th week in the box office. Is that E.T.?
No, it's a little stone man. His name is Stony.
He looks like he's gonna phone home.
He really do though.
Red One in its 5th week in the box office did 4.3 million last weekend, 93 million total grossing. Fun fact: if you don't want to go sit in the theater around a bunch of sweaty people, if you have Amazon Prime, it is free to watch there.
Which says something about the movie, and they just didn't appreciate how good my man looked.
I said I've heard of everyone I've heard that has seen it said that it was enjoyable. Like they weren't saying it was great, but they said it was enjoyable.
Well, I was mostly hearing from like movie critics who hate everything.
Oh no! So, in order to be a critic, you have to be hypercritical. It seems, unless you're IGN, and then you just have to be willing to take a bribe and say whatever the company wants you to say. That is a joke. There is no evidence to my knowledge of IGN actually doing that. We're making a joke here.
I got your Bollywood film.
Is it that? What is it? Doc?
I think this is Bollywood. Pushpa: The Rule Part 2.
That was on the list last week.
Pushpa struggles to sustain his sandalwood smuggling business in the face of a tough opposition from the police. Yeah, this is a Bollywood film.
Sandalwood smuggling?
Yeah, it's the most Bollywood shit I've ever heard. Although, you know what, though? To be fair, it's probably a really good movie. Because I've the amount of Bollywood films that I've seen that have been bad is significantly shorter than the amount of Bollywood movies I've seen that have actually been really good.
Okay. The number of bad Bollywood movies I've seen is 0.
Yeah, that's fair. Because, I mean, they're always entertaining. They're always entertaining.
The number of Bollywood movies I've seen is, I think, 2, and neither of them are Slumdog Millionaire. But there was one about the Monkey King that I saw that was cool.
Yes, that one was good. Slumdog Millionaire was top tier.
I never saw it. And then there was
So
another one I saw
good.
about Aladdin that I'm pretty sure was a Bollywood flick that was pretty good. But even their dramas tend to also be comedies. Like everything is a comedy.
Yeah, they're brilliant. And I mean, even when you look and you go back into like Eternals, you have obviously oh my god, what is his character's name?
Kingo.
Thank you,
Kingo.
Kingo.
Thank you,
Becomes
yes.
a Bollywood actor.
Yeah. He was
You gonna make
played
it over
by
there?
Kumail Nanjiani, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yes, the candy cane tried to kill me.
Oh god, dude, you gotta chew that before you
Shanka
swallow
bitch. I'm sorry, what did you say, Chris?
I said you gotta chew that before you swallow it. That only works for food, Dave.
No.
Don't chew on the other thing.
I didn't
Unless
hear what
someone's
you
into that.
said, but it's a candy cane. So my brain immediately filled in the word with lick.
Oh, yeah. Anywho. Interstellar in its 2nd week back in the box office comes in at number 8, 3.6 million it made. That movie total gross so far $202 million, which I think might be the biggest number for a Christopher Nolan film, if I'm correct. In number 9, Interstellar 5555. The story of the secret star system. What the fuck is this? It is.
Did you have a stroke?
Anime. It's an anime.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
And then coming in again at number 10, the best Christmas pageant ever. And its 6th week in the box office did 1.3 million.
The little drummer boy isn't on this week?
No, whatever that is gone. That fucking For King and Country little drummer boy story.
Fucking wild.
This weekend, we actually have some films that will be out. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 hits theaters this weekend, as well as Mufasa, the Lion King.
Boo.
Yeah, no.
Sorry. Was that audible?
Actually, no, it's funny because Jake and I were having this conversation last Friday. And like we saw an advertisement for it. And I was like, you completely retconned the whole fucking backstory of the Lion King just to make a film. He goes, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna see it. It's like, no, I'm good.
I'll let y'all know.
They changed the entire backstory to make this fucking movie.
We're
Yeah,
also
yeah.
Same, Jake.
Zero. We were both like, yeah, I'm good.
we are exactly 1 week away from Nosferatu and A Complete Unknown, which is the Bob Dylan movie.
Also, isn't Dear
actually wanna see
Santa
that.
coming out tomorrow?
I thought Dear Santa was already out. Hold on.
Dear
Is it
Santa
already
already
out?
came out. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's a streaming
actually-
movie. It's on Paramount
Yeah,
Plus.
it is. I'm actually excited for A Complete Unknown, because I feel like if anyone can actually play Bob Dylan correctly, it's probably gonna be Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet Bing Bong.
Like it, from what I've seen, it looks fantastic.
Really?
So I'm curious. Why? Who do you have in mind?
If he says Jai Courtney.
If he says fucking Bob Dylan, I am hopping my ass on a plane and beating the shit out of Dave.
Bob Dylan.
You
Come
son
visit,
of a
bud.
bitch.
Come visit, bud.
He goes, we wouldn't even be fighting. You'd be like, oh fuck, what up? We hanging out? We doing this?
We either fight
We
or
wouldn't even
fucking
fight. We
either
would
way, I'm
chill.
getting
I'd give you one of
Yeah,
these gummies,
exactly.
and then we'd watch the colors on the TV for a while until we remembered there were shapes too, and then we'd lose our
We'd
shit.
be like, what the fuck is even happening?
Is the TV even on?
Yo,
This is my favorite show.
okay. Do you remember there was a show called Super Jail?
No.
Oh, I tried watching it once when I was younger, and I wasn't fucked up in any way. And I went, what the fuck is going on? And I had the idea the other day, hey, what if I got really fucked up and tried watching Super Jail again? Would it make any sense?
Dude, I don't even know what the fuck Super Jail is.
It's like regular jail, but super. It was on Adult Swim. It was crazy.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I never watched Adult Swim.
Fair.
Yeah, I never watched Adult Swim. I'm very, very, very particular with my adult animation.
I'm so particular, I don't watch any of it.
I feel like you would like Archer.
You said it doesn't get
Archer's
good.
good.
Until,
Bob's
season
Bob's
5.
Burgers is phenomenal.
That's not true. No, but from the fucking jump, Archer goes.
We watched the first
Bob's
episode.
Burgers is just Bob's Burgers is a sitcom where they figured out how to keep the kids the same fucking age so they could keep writing the stories they wanted to write.
Did
That's
you ever
all
see
that
the
is.
crossover episode, Dave? They did a crossover episode with Bob's Burgers and Archer because H. John Benjamin voices both characters.
Voices both of them.
It's-
Doesn't he also do
it's so-
Bender?
No, that's somebody else. I never got into Bob's Burgers. It's funny, but I just never I can't hear H. John Benjamin do anything else.
That's fair. Dude, that's why I couldn't get
'cause
into
he's just
Archer, because I
Sterling
got into
Archer to
Bob's
me.
Burgers first.
Yeah,
And
but
it's
that's how it tends to go.
He does a character in Family Guy. Thank you.
Yeah.
The closest I got to adult animation was Big Mouth, and I only watched like a couple of like the first season.
Yo,
of that.
I love Big Mouth. I need to see
Big Mouth?
because I think I've watched the first 2 seasons. I think I need to watch the 3rd season.
I watched the first couple episodes and I was like, like it's funny, but it just didn't do it for me.
So Big Mouth is written by a guy my age, and it feels very much like about what it was like to be that age for me.
And Nick Kroll
Mouth is
voices
Nick Kroll,
everybody except for John Mulaney. John Mulaney voices one of the characters.
I will say, Jake had me watch, I think it was Hell of a Boss. It was actually entertaining. Like, this show is so outrageous.
I've
like,
never
a couple
heard
things
of
that says,
Hell of a Boss.
Holy fuck. And one of the characters is voiced by the guy who voices Zim, which I thought was cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because there's Hell of a Boss, and then there's Has Been Hotel, which is it's made by the same lady, and it's a spinoff. Well, yeah, Hell of a Boss, I think Has Been came first, because the pilot dropped like 4 years ago, and then they did Hell of a Boss, and then they, this year, released an entire season of Has Been, and I love them.
And they're all on YouTube.
And
watch them all on YouTube for free.
Has Been is on Amazon Prime, because Angel made me watch the entire show in one sitting.
I'm not gonna call it adult animation, but one of my favorite animation things on YouTube is from a little site that used to be called homestarrunner.com.
Oh my god.
And they had a little featurette called Strong Bad Emails. And they were the best thing on the internet.
They were
in the late 90s and early 2000s. Period.
Yeah, no, they were brilliant.
Period. The email.
Greatest
the
song...
email. What? The email. The email. The email.
That same site
Dear
that
Strong
produced
Bad.
probably the greatest song ever. Tractor!
Trogdor was a man.
Breeze like,
I
this
mean,
is too millennial.
He was a dragon man. He was just a dragon.
He was just a dragon.
Tractor!
That fucking shout out Trogdor.
Burning the countryside.
Yeah, that
Burning
burning
the peasants. Burning
We missed out
other
on
people.
fucking classic internet. You missed out on the good
God,
shit.
it's so good.
Oh,
It holds
my
up.
God.
It holds up today. There are, and we'll talk more about it during my honorable mention segment. But there are a few things that hold up surprisingly well today.
Well, I think this is a perfect time to kind of jump into a segment that I feel like it's fitting for this being our final show of the year, our best and worst. I feel like we'll just start rattling some stuff off, we could take turns, one of us doing a best and worst, and then kind of make it a, as many loops as we can.
Worst game of the year. I don't know where my drink went. The strong bad voice dries you out very quickly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, as Dave slowly dies.
I'm pouring water.
Sorry, I keep having to mute because my mom is in the hallway playing very copyrighted music, and my mic is picking it up.
Oh, Jesus.
I haven't heard it.
That's because I mute as soon as I see my square go green.
That's fair.
I just put water in this and it tastes like fruit.
That's not good.
The pebbles.
Alright, now it's Dua Lipa she's playing. She was just playing Ludacris.
I mean,
I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with her playing Dua Lipa.
No, first worst. Fucking Robin Hood Sherwood Builders is the worst game of the year. Period. It's the worst. I'm sorry, but Robin Hood, arguably all of our first understanding of who the best archer of all time is, right? Because you learn about Robin Hood before you learn about the Green Arrow or Hawkeye. Yeah. At least usually. Or at least it used to be. Fucking this motherfucker. Instead of arrows, it felt like I was firing limp penises, both too short for the bow or to satisfy a woman, and not stiff enough to get anything done. I liked the Suicide Squad.
Oh my god, that was a very wonderful explanation just in that 5 seconds. Continue, please.
Yeah, no, the game is so fucking bad. It's so bad. The controls are bad. The building is bad. While you're in build mode, the terrain objects can be in your camera's physical way of moving around. So you know how... Imagine if you were building in The Sims, but the camera got stuck on the walls. Yeah. Uh-huh. That. It's... Yup. Yeah. Don't do that. It's bad. Nothing about it is optimized. The one thing it has going for it, all of the lines seem to be voice acted. But that's hardly a selling point when the writing is overly verbose. Right. The voice actors are kind of phoning it in, and the one person who seems to have a decent voice actor, basically doesn't get any lines, and just says the same, 3 things. Sorry, I just want to fuck before I go on an adventure, Maid Marian. Can we get down? Also, it wouldn't let me bang my mistress. I'm upset by that.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's... I don't know how to respond to that, man.
I didn't try, to be honest. But no, it's bad. It's bad. Don't play it. I hope the company goes out of business.
I hope the company goes out of business.
And everybody involved in Robin Hood Sherwood Builders, video games ain't your calling, man.
That's fair.
Go to some other kind of software engineering.
Literally do anything else.
Well, I tried to look up the cast.
That worked out real well for the guy in fucking Office Space. Just get out of the office. Go work construction.
Go do something else.
It'll be fine.
What were you saying, Bray?
I tried to look up the cast to see if I recognized any of the people. No, there's 2 people listed on this under the game.
Yeah. Do you have a best, Dave, that you want to throw out this round?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, in my opinion, and it's very subjective, right? And lots of people are going to have a different opinion just because there were so many good ones that came out this year. But I think best TV show of the year, Fallout. Their special effects were on point. The writing was solid. They fit it perfectly into the previous universe with only some things that I call into question. There are some potential timing questions, but that's mostly a flub by the set dressing people and not any of the writers.
Right, and the acting itself was also great.
It's so good. Walton Goggins.
I didn't get a chance to finish it, but holy fuck.
Walton Goggins as the ghoul was fucking incredible. That man. Yeah. So there are people who are upset that the show left off where it did. But the thing is, it gives you a entering Act 2-ish cliffhanger the exact same way the games do.
Right.
Which is inspired.
Well, and the fact
Do
that
it the
Bethesda
same
had
way
a
as the
hand
game.
in
Hand me
production as well. Like,
Right.
that's also important.
But yeah, hand me 100 questions, most of which I can answer immediately. Leave me with a couple, but a clear objective to move towards.
Right.
That's how the game does it. That's how the show did it. The last episode wasn't a finale. It was a change in objective. And that's incredible.
Yeah. No,
Fallout 4, okay, a good example, and most recent example I can think of that shift and change in direction. In Fallout 4, if you follow the main quest line, you're looking for Sean, you're looking for Sean, you're looking for Sean. You realize Sean is a 60-year-old man now. And all this other stuff you found out in the process while looking for Sean immediately becomes relevant because he's running the Institute, one of the four main factions and the boogeyman of the Commonwealth. So then it's like, okay, well, I found Sean. Do I kill him? Sort of thing.
Right. Yeah, no, I have not finished it, but that is the plan at some point, hopefully soon. Because goddamn, I'm in for some Fallout for sure. Bree, do you have a best and worst you'd like to speak on?
I can't think of another category, so I'm going to take this time to shit on some movies some more. So my favorite movie of the year, because, subjective, my favorite movie of the year is Deadpool and Wolverine, because, yes, it was the movie I was least expecting to cry during, but technically I didn't cry during the movie, I cried during the credits, but, just, seeing my childhood just flash before my eyes was just like, okay, now I'm sad. Yeah. And now I'm angry because they included Fantastic Four from 2015, but I guess they have to. But it was just...
They don't have to do anything. That was an incorrect choice.
Yeah, it was.
But I mean, they also included footage from X-Men Origins.
X-Men Origins was better than Fantastic Four 2015. At least X-Men Origins was enjoyable to watch.
It was.
But, yeah, I mean, it was the movie of the summer. I feel like everybody here saw Deadpool and Wolverine. It was just... And, of course, it got when something gets too much love, there has to be somebody out there who's like, I didn't think it was all that, blah, blah, blah. Shut up. You're not cool. The movie was hilarious. It was so great to see Hugh Jackman again as Wolverine till you're 90.
He's still going to look the same when he's 92.
Probably. And I rewatched it again recently out of theaters because, sometimes a theater experience can affect your love for a movie and then you watch it at home and you're like, eh. I watched it again at home and I love it just as much as I did back in theaters.
It's so good.
I love the full New York accent coming out end credit scene with fucking Chris Evans as fucking Johnny Storm just saying everything.
As someone who grew up in the tri-state area, I will tell you for a fact that was a Boston accent because Mr. fucking Bostonian himself, he tried the New York accent, and to be fair, New York, Boston, those accents are very similar in a lot of senses. No. That was straight up like he was hanging out in fucking Quincy Market, talking shit with his buddies, watching the fucking Sox game. That was exactly what that was.
Well, Chris,
it's okay because I loved it.
I'll say Chris just deepened his regular accent because he is from Boston. So, and over time, it's lessened, but he just like
it went hard. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Worst of, I'm struggling between two because one of them is just a god awful movie and is terrible, and I hated every second of it. And the other one just pissed me off on a level that no movie has pissed me off this year.
Hang on, can I guess what these movies are?
Sure, you probably know them.
Is one of them Madam Web?
That's the one that was just god awful all around.
Madam Web Borderlands.
I didn't see Borderlands, so
I haven't seen Borderlands.
I was going to say Borderlands would be... Dude, I didn't see Borderlands. I've made 0 attempts to see Borderlands. Do you know why?
Because from what I've heard, it's terrible.
I can't. And especially with the way the CEO and the director were talking to people, I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Is that movie even on streaming anywhere? It's not even on any streaming site.
No, they buried it. They're trying to bury it.
Oh, wait. It's on Apple TV for $6.
Of course it is.
But yes, what is your guess for the other one that pissed me off on a level that no other movie has pissed me off this year?
God, I can't remember.
Joker
give me a hint.
2.
Oh yeah, Joker 2.
Right.
Yep.
I forgot that you said a hint, and I'm like, it's Joker 2.
I love how her best and worst
fair.
movie are between a Marvel movie and a Marvel movie, and then a DC movie.
Because I hate comparing the two because if you've seen Madam Web, you know it's terrible. It's not well acted, it's not well written. The ADR is obvious. The CGI sucks. The story itself sucks. Nobody that worked on it really wanted to be there. They just needed a check.
Sony trying really hard to capitalize on Marvel properties, and they're not doing a good job.
And then on the other hand, we have Joker, who Todd Phillips, if you know that man can direct a film. You know Joaquin Phoenix can act his ass off. You know that there are very talented people behind the scenes and in front of the camera. It's just that from what I have read, Todd Phillips really didn't want to do a Joker 2. But because of how much money and success the first one got, he basically made a movie, and these are his words, he made a movie that he wanted to piss everybody off with. And I'm like, and I've seen people be like, I respect it. And I'm like, why? Why would you make a movie for the purpose be to make everybody hate it? You wasted a lot of people's time, money, energy, and then he just kept digging holes after the release trying to defend the movie, and I'm like, no, please just stop. You're making it worse. It's like with The Flash when Andy Muschietti said that the bad CGI is intentional, and I'm like, no, it's not. Just stop talking. At this point, you're just digging deeper holes.
No, now intentional things like that are for instance, Miles Morales in the first Into the Spider-Verse movie, until he gets into the swing of things, whenever he's trying to do Spider-Man shit, but he's not good at it yet, he's rendered at 24 frames a second instead of 60 because it makes him feel different. That's intentional. Right? So there are good reasons to intentionally make something quote unquote worse. We were talking about it before the show with Love and Thunder, right? I see both sides of the argument, but I see that a lot of people who can eloquate a reason they don't like the movie talk about its tonal inconsistency.
Yeah.
Because it has a huge tonal inconsistency. But in my mind, that tonal inconsistency is also representative of the characters' actions in the movie. They're all fighting against the inevitable, and the whole time acting gleefully ignorant of the consequences.
Yeah.
Which in and of itself is a tonal inconsistency. The tone the characters are taking to the situations they are in is wrong. So the tonal inconsistency throughout the movie makes sense to me on an artistic level, so it doesn't bother me, right? Like
Right.
there's purpose in it.
Mm.
I also very much see how that could be really fucking jarring to watch for a lot of people.
Yeah,
But
because
like, as a
I don't
show
like.
of hands, has anyone actually watched The Flash? Yeah, you're. None of us. Dave and I didn't watch it because Bree just goes, no.
Yeah,
And
no,
see,
Bree
the
came
problem
back and
with
was
The
like, it's not
Flash-
worth your time. And I'm like, okay.
It has
that was par for the
potential.
course.
It had potential to be a good movie because the story is good, all the acting is good. It's just they relied so much on terrible CGI and money grabs, basically.
Yeah.
They only put Michael Keaton in that movie to bring people to the theater.
Oh yeah, and it's
They could have made that
to
anybody.
get over people loving the fact that Ezra Miller was still the fucking Flash.
Yep.
That's
And
why I
there's
didn't
one
watch it.
Like there's two cameos in it that just made me mad because they're completely CGI. One of them kind of has to be completely CGI, but like it's bad CGI and it felt disrespectful.
What are those cameos?
It's been a year. I don't even care anymore. They have a fully CGI Christopher Reeve
That
Okay.
is disrespectful.
and a fully CGI Nicolas Cage.
Also disrespectful.
Because at one point in time, he was supposed to play Superman.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, I
remember
know.
that. I don't know. Well, to be
No.
fair, Amber Heard was still in the fucking second Aquaman movie. Granted, it wasn't long, but she was still in it.
She was in it
But
too
again,
much.
This is what Warner Brothers does. They bring in problematic people and just be like, "Oh, but they're okay," even when they're in the middle of doing problematic shit. The fact that Ezra Miller was still even in this movie just tells me everything I need to know about Warner Brothers and how seriously they take their shit. That's why I'm
Okay.
glad that James Gunn is there, because at least James Gunn is going to fix that kind of problem.
Well, and so the other thing is, and in because Flash released after Gunn took over,
Yeah, so it wasn't even his fault.
but so Gunn was there when it got released, but
That's not why they killed Fantastic Beasts off.
Well, because wasn't the Flash basically done by the time that James Gunn came in? So
Yeah,
by that
it was
point,
in
too
post-production.
late.
Yeah.
principal shooting and reshoots had already finished. So, it's a little late stage to be trying to change the lead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the Fantastic Beasts situation kind of had nothing to do with Johnny Depp in itself.
Because didn't they
those
make
movies
another movie
did not.
after firing him, and they just replaced him with, I think, Mads Mikkelsen?
Mads Mikkelsen replaced him in the Crimes Against, what the fuck was that last one called?
Crimes
It wasn't
Against
Crimes Against
Grindelwald?
Grindelwald. There was
Crimes of
3 of them.
Grindelwald.
I think that was the second one. But yeah,
I've only seen the first one, so I don't know.
Those movies did not get well received.
I like the first one. It's the only one I've seen,
Honestly, I
but
enjoyed
like
all
the
of them.
first
Mads
one.
Mikkelsen was amazing, but he wasn't Johnny Depp. And that's who we got to start it. But yeah, that's a whole other. The Fantastic Beasts thing's a whole conversation for another day.
Look, I think that James Gunn, to make it up to Johnny Depp for Amber Heard being such a bitch, should bring Johnny Depp in to play Lobo, the space bounty hunter. Because he would be an amazing Lobo.
He would.
I think people have Jason Momoa fan casted as Lobo.
Oh my god,
He's
dude,
already Aquaman.
Yeah, he's already
He's still Aquaman.
No, because that
could be.
character's probably gone. Although, no, to be fair, I feel like there is a world where Jason Momoa works perfectly as Aquaman. But it's if James Gunn wrote the Aquaman movies, I imagine 100% I would be so behind Jason Momoa as that character. I love Jason Momoa. He's A fantastic fucking dude, great actor. I'm so excited for him to
Honestly,
be in Minecraft
I think
movie.
Ben Affleck could make a decent Batman.
But the writing sucked.
The writing sucked, but like
And even Fuckface couldn't make Justice League watchable.
The 4-hour long that felt
I'm
like
sorry,
it just felt like it never ended.
Whedon's cut is better. Fuck
I
you,
hate 'em both.
Snyder
That's even a
stands.
dog
I
shit of a
hate them
movie.
both.
And it's
Yeah.
still bad.
It's still bad.
Now,
It's
between the 2
4
movies, there is a good movie. There
It's
is
somewhere.
a good
Yeah.
movie there.
But no one's found it.
Whedon's is too campy. Snyder's is too dark and cynical.
And it's too long. That movie does not need to be 4 hours long.
You know what?
It's
We
all
can
the
cut it down to
slow-mo
2 hours
shots.
if we cut out all the scenes with fucking Lois and Martha. Who gives a fuck about those two?
No,
The
They're
guy
not
that
important to
even
the
makes
Justice
them
League.
involved is dead for the first 3/4 of that fucking film. Get rid of him.
That movie
And
was
they-
also rushed to try, like, everything about that movie was rushed to try to keep up with the Avengers films. And I'm sorry, you weren't competing with the Avengers films. Even when the
Especially-
new one comes out, you're still, I don't care which one it is still not going to compete with an Avengers film.
This whole time, I'm still trying to decide which one of these movies I hate more. And honestly, I think I'd rather watch Madam Web again. So I think I'm
What the
going with
fuck
Worst
do you
of the Year
mean New
Joker.
Hope 2.0? No, time out.
Yeah, what is New Hope 2.0? Because this is news to me.
I might have another worst of the year, guys.
I do. Force Awakens. It's not a New Hope 2.0. Also, that movie is that movie is old. Technically, if you think about it, the movie came out, Jesus Christ, almost 10 years ago.
But yeah, Worst of the Year, we're giving it to Joker because like I said, I think I'd much rather rewatch Madam Web. I think I could stomach that more.
That's fair. I'll start off with worst TV show of the year. Fucking Velma. If you guys watched any of that,
Did you
I'm
even watch
so
any
sorry.
of season 2? Or are you just
I
saying
didn't
it's the
even-
worst?
I watched enough of the first fucking episode to just know. To just fucking know that it's not even worth. I'm just assuming that it's that bad.
I don't even remember where I made it up to in the first season, what was happening. I know that I made it up to Shaggy gets a girlfriend. And at first everybody was like, is that supposed to be Scooby? It's not, but it might. I don't know.
Wait,
I don't
where can I
remember.
watch this? Because this sounds like a great thing to watch.
Velma, it's on Max, I
Max.
believe. Yeah, it's on Max.
Oh, well, I have access to a Max account.
Yeah, I know you do.
The first episode starts with a bunch of it's animated, so it's it's not it's weird. The first episode starts with a bunch of naked teenagers in a locker room with soap covering their bits.
Yeah, it's
That
not.
feels weird.
Yeah, and then they find a head in a locker.
Yeah,
Are they like 19 freshmen in college teenagers? Because I can parse that a little better.
No, they're in high school. The show takes place in high school.
Yeah.
And they turn Fred into a man-child.
I mean,
No, Fred's always been a man-child.
I was saying
But
he
it's
was
like-
always
no,
kind
but
of
it's
a
like-
man-child.
It's so
Bad.
far past. Like he cries all the time. He has like his butler or his mom or something cut up his food before he can eat
They
it
made him
because
a
otherwise
spoiled
he'll
rich kid.
choke.
Okay.
Okay,
They
yeah.
had the
They made him a spoiled rich
opportunity-
kid.
They had the one opportunity to make Shaggy a stoner, and they didn't. They literally have him say the line, "I do not condone drugs or any other illegal substances." And I'm like, y'all had this one chance to make Shaggy an actual stoner, and y'all didn't, and that's wrong.
Shaggy was always a stoner. They just never said it.
Yes, and they had the
We
one
all
chance.
Also, hang on. All he has to do is say he doesn't condone it, and that's fine. That doesn't mean he doesn't do it.
That's true.
I don't condone the use of illegal substances either.
Same. I also don't do anything illegal. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, Velma season 2. I don't even need to watch it. I just know it's definitely the worst of the year. One that I'm gonna say that you guys aren't gonna relate to because this is very much so a me thing, but best sporting event of the year, WrestleMania 40. I realize that for sports fans, calling pro wrestling a sport is crazy, but
It's a sport.
It's athletic and it's sport. The outcome is predetermined, but everything they do in the ring is absolutely real.
So it's a Super
People
Bowl.
get hurt and die in the fucking ring.
Yeah.
Frequently.
Yeah, no, it's yeah.
The
A
2-year
rigged football game
storyline.
is still a sport. It's just rigged.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, the Super Bowl is not rigged. However,
There's a theory that it is
Unless the
rigged.
Pats are playing.
yeah, then it's very much so rigged. But the 2-year storyline of Roman
Fucking
Reigns and
Pats.
Cody Rhodes combined to a massive finish. Finally, Roman Reigns losing the WWE Championship after 5 years of holding it. Was huge. Cody Rhodes being the first member of his family to hold the title. The Rock coming back. Like, it was truly a spectacular moment. I realized I could have picked kind of anything, but for me as a wrestling fan, that was probably the best WrestleMania I've ever seen in my life, and I've been watching since I was a kid. Definitely fucking right there for me. Yeah.
I just
Dave,
thought of I just thought of another category for worst, but it's more.
I got some.
It's more of a
Best
jokey
names Dave's
category.
come up with for a tag team female wrestling duo.
That
Goldie
won't get you
Showers
canceled.
and Sharon Cox.
That will get you canceled.
What will?
Those names.
Why
Those
is
are drag
that?
queen names.
Those are literally drag queen
1000%
names.
drag queen names.
Oh, no. Okay. Male tag team wrestlers who are drag queens called
Which,
Goldie Showers.
to be
no,
fair-
I'm here for that.
Well, Goldust exists, and Goldust was very much so a drag queen wrestler.
Uh-huh.
Also, older brother of Cody Rhodes, son of Dusty Rhodes, which is crazy. Jake pointed this out when he first started watching wrestling. He goes, "Wrestling is just drag for straight people." Yes, pretty much.
Straight people can like drag.
Yeah. Well, that's not what he was saying, but it's yeah, essentially.
But
Yeah, I'd say if you have a category, go for it.
worst celebrity death of the year.
Oh God.
No, that's dark.
Tony Todd, because how dare you? I'm coming up there and I'm fighting somebody.
I don't think you win that fight. They don't
don't
want to
care.
like try. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, Jake.
Huh?
Yeah, Tony Todd dying was
Gotcha.
sad. There was a lot of people that were sad this year.
And they all happened back to back. It was like James Earl Jones. Then it was what is her name from Harry Potter? Why is my brain escaping?
McGonagall.
Yes, it was Professor McGonagall. I couldn't remember the actress name.
I watched Harry Potter recently and was so sad. I'm like, they're all gone. All of them.
Then it was Maggie Smith. That's it. Then it was Ken Page, and then it was Tony Todd. I'm like, why is it all back to back? And why do y'all wait to the end of the year?
Yeah, I know. Well, that's like what, a week before her 100th birthday, Betty White died, and it's like she did that. You know that bitch did that shit on purpose.
It was the last day of 2021, and she said, "Nah, peace out."
Peace. Yeah, 100% she did that shit on purpose. You know, she's somewhere laughing her fucking ass off. You guys did all this, and I was like, no.
Or was it
100% real.
Whatever. It
Dude,
was like 2
is
weeks
she up
before
there
her
getting a
100th
seat
birthday.
ready for Snoop?
Oh my god, and they're gonna hang out all the fucking time.
Y'all don't get any ideas up there. Y'all leave Snoop.
Yeah,
Y'all
dude,
leave
you
Uncle
can't
Snoop
take Snoop
alone.
yet. You can't take Snoop yet. We still need him. Someone
I
needs
still
to be a
got plans.
mascot.
He ain't been on the show yet.
He hasn't been on the show yet. Snoop, come hang out with us. We'd be down. That'd be fire.
Okay. I want to get okay. I want to get a circle set up with Snoop, Jack Black, me, you guys,
And Willie Nelson.
our friends.
Yes.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson. Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen's a good ad.
Seth Rogen would
Rogen's a
be
good
fun.
ad.
Because he's just a good dude.
Dame Judi Dench.
Now, dude, more like damn Judi Dench.
And Morgan Freeman.
Yes. Yes, I'm in. You know what? Why don't we throw Pauly Shore in there too? I imagine he's a good
Fuck
time.
yeah.
I imagine
Let
Pauly
my man
Shore's a
play
good
Richard
time.
Simmons in the biopic.
Yeah. Please make that fucking happen. Please make that happen.
Oh no, Richard Simmons went on record before he died and said he did not want Pauly Shore
Also,
playing him.
Rest in peace, fucking Richard Simmons.
Oh yeah, he did die this year.
What a fucking icon.
That was another one that was one of the back-to-back people.
So, my best movie of the year, it's very close to being Deadpool and Wolverine, but it's not. It's Dune Part 2.
I knew
holy
it. I
fuck, that
knew
movie was
you were gonna
so
love
good.
that movie.
It was either that or honestly Beetlejuice. It was so good. Oh, I love that movie so much.
I want a baby Beetlejuice.
Baby Beetlejuice would be amazing.
I will not elaborate because I guess the movie is still too new, but I want a baby Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
So,
it's on Max.
A movie
Yo,
I have yet
I need to
to
watch
see.
the first one.
A movie that I've yet to see that I need to see is The Crow. I have not seen that. I don't know what that's on.
It was on something like 2 weeks after it came out because everybody was shitting on it, but I loved
on
that
Prime.
movie.
I want to see it. I haven't seen it. I love, and obviously we talked about it when it came out and how much I love the original. But I love Bill Skarsgård, and I heard he did a good job as that he wasn't the problem, is what I heard.
I know we have to catch up on Arcane, but do you want to watch The Crow on Sunday?
I mean, that shit, I gotta rent that, but sure.
Oh, you said it was on Prime, so I thought it was free on Prime.
$5.99, so I gotta rent it. Yeah, we definitely need to catch up on Arcane. That honestly should be my top TV show of the year. Arcane
Once we
season
catch
2.
up.
I mean, just from the first couple episodes that I've seen, but I think my top TV show of 2024, I think it has to be Agatha All Along. That show was so fucking amazing. They did such a great job with that show. I think giving us something very different to what I was expecting, while actually keeping some sort of horror-ish vibes, which I was down for. Yeah, definitely best TV show of the year is probably Agatha for me. The Penguin's right fucking there. And so is Percy Jackson. Because
I was gonna say those three are pretty close to the top of my list as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Agatha was. It was nice. It was fun.
I'm messaging a friend to try and help me decide between 2 TV shows.
My best video game?
Hmm.
Is it Angel?
Of course it's Angel.
Yeah. My best video game of the year, honestly, is Marvel Rivals. Dude, it's so fun.
I haven't played it.
It's thoroughly enjoyable. I'm actually having a good time with it, and I'm not much for those kind of online multiplayer games, but it's real good. It's real fun.
Yeah, I don't like hero shooters because I don't like PvP gunplay.
Yeah, and I think it does a good job with changing it. I was gonna say WWE 2K20, but I already talked about wrestling. So but Marvel Rivals is a good time. Real good time.
Fuck, what have I played this year that was new?
I got played this year. I am the most played thing this
Top Breed Trauma Dump, that one.
Fuck, what is my best game of the year? There were a bunch of good ones. Dungeon Crawler's good.
Yeah.
Betamax finally got its full release. It's good. These are indie games.
But it's still a game that was released. There wasn't really much massive that was released this year.
I'm gonna pull up a list. I'll get back to you.
Jedi Survivor came out this year.
Didn't play it.
That was a really good game. What else came out this year? Fuck, I'm trying to think. I keep wanting to say Starfield, but Starfield came out last year. Can't even say Tears of the Kingdom. That came out last year too.
The only game that I can think of that came out this year that I actually watched the entire playthrough for was and now the game's name is escaping me, but it's the Dead by Daylight like spin-off, like super massive game that company that did
Back 4
Until
Blood.
Dawn.
No,
it was
no. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Super massive game. What was it called?
Elatro was good.
The Casting of Frank Stone. That was it. I was I could think of the like order of the words, like the blank of a name, but I couldn't think of what it was called.
Honestly, campaign-wise, I thoroughly enjoyed Call of Duty Black Ops 6 from a campaign's perspective because it was unique to what they normally do. I still haven't played Indiana Jones yet.
Some crazy gaming things that did happen this year though. 13-year-old Willis Gibson, also known as Blue Scooty, became the first person known to beat the NES version of Tetris by reaching its kill screen. We talked about that shortly after it happened. There were a bunch of layoffs this year, which is unfortunate. Right out of the gate, which it happens a lot at the first quarter of the year.
Yeah.
And then on February 7th, Walt Disney announced a $1.5 billion investment in Epic Games.
Which is crazy.
Hold on, I'm going to weigh in on favorite video game of the year. Just give me a sec. Frostpunk 2, whatever that is.
Okay, fair. Frostpunk was a good one.
Because I asked Noob.
That was actually rated really high.
I asked Noob, what's the favorite video game of the year? He says Frostpunk 2.
Was it last year or was it this year that Microsoft Studios bought Blizzard?
That was this year.
Microsoft was scooping up a lot of fucking assets this year.
Yeah, and then the people they scoop up go, "We want to unionize," and Microsoft goes, "Good, we like that for you."
He also says Age of Mythology Retold.
That's the most
fair, but it's a remake, so it doesn't qualify in my opinion.
Oh, worst gaming decision of the year: making the new PlayStation cost as much as it did.
Yeah, there's no fucking reason that thing
No,
needs
no,
to cost
worst
that much
gaming
money.
decision of the year. Sony deciding to continue. They're going to try to be in a gaming thing.
Yeah.
They're bad. They're bad across the board. They're bad.
I'm trying to think. There's not a lot in the game. I feel like not a lot of shit happened this year.
Okay.
For
I missed
game-wise.
this and we didn't get a chance to talk about it, but we talk about Koji Kondo a lot on the channel.
Yeah.
He's kind of the brain behind all of early Nintendo's music, and basically all of their music for their properties today is still inspired on shit he did then, and he still works there. But the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences hosted the 2024 DICE Summit and the 27th Annual DICE Awards in Las Vegas, Nevada, and inducted Koji Kondo into their Hall of Fame.
Wow. I mean, good.
That's the equivalent. Like, okay, so to use movies as an equivalent industry, that's a composer getting inducted into the
The Rock and Roll
Academy's Hall of Fame. No.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, big ups to obviously Koji Kondo's like a legend, so you know, there's no reason that's you know, like there's no reason that shouldn't happen. Also, another thing that happened this year, I believe it happened in January, they announced that E3 was done permanently. Also announced this year for music fans, Warped Tour is coming back. That was announced a few months ago.
Linkin Park picked up the lead singer of Dead Sarah as their new lead singer this year. That was cool.
The album of the year for me is Linkin Park's From Zero.
Fair.
And it's incredible. If I had to pick my best album of the year. And that's tough because a lot of good bands put out a lot of music this year.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay. So and it didn't come out this year, but my like lighthearted haha funny song of the year is by the Cooties.
Okay.
The song is called My Calling.
Okay.
It came out a while ago, but it's inspired. It's an inspired song. We should listen to it on stream sometime. I've done it on my channel. Before. I've never gotten muted for it because the Cooties performed this song for Funny or Die.
Oh, all right, yeah, then you're good.
Yeah. And it's so good. It's, you know what? I'm changing my song.
Yeah.
To this one.
So
we'll do the other one in January.
My song of the year is Smooth by Carlos Santana and Rob Thomas.
Oh, my favorite bit of the year has to be...
I was going to say, best bit of 2024 is Smooth. Goblin Dick is right there.
What'd you say?
Goblin Dick is second.
I was just going to say, man, Goblin Dick's a close second for me, though. Also known as Binkus.
Binkus. But my song of the year is probably Ratatata by Electric Callboy and Baby Metal.
Song of the year that is from this year? Yeah, probably.
There's too many choices.
My audio decided it didn't want to work for a second there.
Hold on. Let me look at something to figure out. Top song of the year. That's hard. Because there was like Hiss by Megan Thee Stallion, but there's also Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter. There's also Not Like Us by Kendrick.
It's hard for some people, D. Yeah.
It is. No, and that's fair. That's super fair.
There's Wannabe by Glorilla. It's hard.
Worst Marvel property of the year.
Madam Web.
Or maybe Craven.
Maybe Craven.
Once I see it and I tell y'all if it's worth it, I'm watching it because Aaron Taylor Johnson and I am a horny bitch.
I mean,
and also
at least
because
you finally admitted it on air.
And also because I've seen all of the other Sony verse movies in theaters.
Girl, same.
Well, they're not all atrocities. I do like the Venom movies. Are they good movies? No, but I enjoy them.
No, but they don't have to be good movies to be good movies.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I feel about Bat Nipples. We've talked about this.
Dude, I know those movies aren't great, but I very much so like those movies.
But then there's things like Morbius, which I didn't think they were going to beat on how terrible it is, but then Madam Web came out, and oh my god. And now Craven is out, and Aaron Taylor Johnson is hot. That's my thoughts. Until I see the movie. See, me and Jake on the same wavelength.
Honorable mention for movies this year that were just fun. And I imagine once I say this, Jake might back me up, but Boy Kills World. For those that aren't familiar with this movie, it's a fever dream action film that follows Boy, a deaf person with a vibrant imagination. When his family is murdered, he is trained by a mysterious shaman to repress his childhood imagination and become an instrument of death. This movie is literally 2 hours of Bill Skarsgård never speaking, but H. John Benjamin speaks for him, and he just fucking brutally murders people throughout the movie. It's violent. It's fucking hilarious. This movie does not take itself seriously. It's so enjoyable.
Honorable mention for me is Abigail, because it was my favorite movie.
So good.
Until Deadpool and Wolverine came out, and nostalgia just kind of shot that thing right up. But Abigail is so good.
Abigail was so great.
It's my favorite horror movie of the year. Absolutely, hands down. It's not been a great year for horror, but it hasn't been like a terrible year. But it hasn't been a great year. So saying Abigail's my favorite. Because there was also things like Immaculate, which was really good. The First Omen, which was really good. What else is on here?
I enjoyed The Watchers.
I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it wasn't terrible. It was a good first attempt at directorial debut for M. Night Shyamalan's daughter.
Yeah, I mean I didn't see a problem with it at all. I did enjoy that film for sure.
What else came out? Late Night with the Devil was incredible.
That movie was fucking wild.
It's
holy shit.
A Quiet Place Day One, not a movie for everybody. There's not a lot of things going on, but it's so well acted and shot, and it's really good. It's on, I believe, HBO Max now. Maxine was really good. Longlegs was really good. But then there's things like Night Swim that came out this year. That was boring. Founders Day. I don't remember what. Oh yeah, I do remember that movie a little bit.
Didn't Thanksgiving
Imaginary.
Was that last year?
You said what?
Wasn't Thanksgiving this year, or was that last year?
That was last year.
That was last year.
Trap, which I felt like I was trapped in that theater.
Sounds about right.
Like we'd have a really good horror movie come out, and then either meh or just why horror movie came out. So it wasn't a good year, it wasn't a bad year.
So what you're saying is it was just right.
Yeah. Saddest moment on YouTube, I think, was Eugene leaving Try Guys.
That was this year.
What about Matt
Yeah.
Pat?
I thought he
And
was going Matt Pat.
That's right. Matt Pat retiring is also super fucking sad.
Because I thought you were going to say Matt
forgot
Pat.
about Matt Pat.
And then
I
you
was never
said-
huge into Matt Pat, but like that is
I was
also
never
a
huge
massive...
into Eugene.
That was this year?
Everyone knows Keith is the funny one.
Keith is the funny one. Zach's happy to be there. But yeah, Eugene leaving is this year.
Are we just Keith and Zach, but less East Coast?
I feel like we're Keith and Zach. Like, I feel like we have both Keith and Zach as like part of our personalities. We're both.
What am I? I'm not
Because
Ned.
I would definitely do an Eat the Menu.
No, you are not Ned.
But I'm not Eugene either. He's too fabulous.
I'm trying to think of new ones.
No. You're the
Am I Quasi?
Oh,
you know
no.
what? No, but for real though, Quasi fits your personality.
No. The brunette gal who's part of their production team who is in shows sometimes.
Marissa, I think.
Marissa, Miranda, something like that.
I think. Yeah, but your personality-wise, though, you're Quasi but funnier.
Because the only videos I've seen recently are the ones where they have to. I think it's without a recipe.
I love those.
Those I've been waiting for that to get finished so I can watch it because it always makes me want to watch more of them.
And then Quasi every time just makes something awful and tries to explain it.
Or the time he accidentally makes something good and goes, "I don't know what I did."
Yeah.
I remember
I love how much he owns how inept he is in a kitchen.
Oh yeah, it's great. Shout out to the Try Guys. Come hang out with us, guys. Keith, I'll lead a menu with you.
I'll do it without a recipe with you, and we'll do a 3-on-1. If any of you three win, I'll take an L, and you all three win. But if I win, well,
you got to make me a member of the Try Guys.
No, I don't even want to be a member of the Try Guys. You just have to introduce me to Rosanna Pansino so I can tell her to stop commenting on things outside of her purview that she has no understanding on.
That's some strong words.
I saw her respond to something the other day that I'm like, she has no basis for commentary in this. She was neither there, nor is she bakes shit on the internet for money. Keep doing that.
True.
That's what you're good at.
That's fair.
She was being critical of Mr. Beast's internal investigation, which I'm not going to get deep into it, but basically his internal investigation was thorough enough that a bunch of people got fired.
Yeah.
And they're replacing their CEO. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure that investigation was pretty thorough if all of that's happening. That
big facts.
So I didn't understand why she was being so damn critical unless she had actual further information to add and she's just not telling anybody. And that's dumb if that's the case.
Mm. Yeah, no,
because
that's super fair.
And I don't know. It bugs me that Jimmy's getting a bad rap for trying to do the right, because Jimmy always seems to try to do the right thing, right?
Jimmy's a good guy. I don't think anything.
And so people underneath of him do this or that or whatever.
Yeah.
He finds out about it. He immediately tries to address it. The way that he is being told, I'm sure, by his legal team to address it.
To address this.
I don't know. I don't understand why so many people are so rough on him when he is legitimately one of the few internet personalities that I'm like, no, he's just genuinely trying to do things the correct way.
And he's trying to do good on the internet with a world that tries to do so much bad.
People got mad at him when he built a well, saying, well, the government should have done that. Well, yeah, but they didn't, so I did.
So he did. What are we doing? Why are we so upset that he's trying to be a good person? You know, like I don't
It's crazy to
understand
me.
the team up either last year or 2 years ago. The team up with Mark Rober to try to clean up a bunch of the ocean and stuff. Like he did a mass cleaning of beaches and stuff, and they raised a ton of money. Like
Oh yeah.
I get people's cringy with Mr. Beast, but Jimmy's a good fucking dude. Like I fully believe that he is a genuinely good person. That
Yeah.
some shit has happened to. You know, I mean, who hasn't it happened?
Well,
but he's doing things the right
well,
way.
and the thing is, none of it happened to him. It was just
No.
other people in his org made some questionable and or bad and or illegal decisions.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Mhm.
Because I don't know any of the details. I haven't looked into it. It's none of my fucking business.
Exactly.
I'm not that breed of parasocial. But like I see other people chiming in who it's not any of their business either. And also, it's not their specialty.
Right.
Like, and Rosanna Panicino is the one that kind of stuck out to me because she's the one I saw doing it, and she has a huge following, and I'm like, you should know that.
Right. Yeah. No, you got
Because if one of your staff members did something questionable, you would be doing the exact same thing Jimmy's doing right now.
Yeah, that's
Because
such
you
a
know
bad
she has
look.
a staff.
Oh, of course. She's one of the most famous fucking cooking YouTubers out there. She works with the Food Network. Like,
Yeah, I was going to say,
genuinely,
she's also on Just Cooking TV now.
she's a big cooking personality.
Right.
Yeah, and you need to be better. Like, that's not cool. That's not a good look. That's not a good look at all.
So, and I'm like, hey, fucking, she should know more than anybody. You can't necessarily know everything that everyone underneath of you is doing.
Yeah.
Nor should you try. That's creepy.
Correct. I'm trying to think what else I can do. What else do I got? What else?
We got a lot of show sheet left.
I mean, yeah, we can cover that in an hour. We got plenty of time.
Well, because okay.
Yeah, I mean, we got time. Dave, your honorable mentions for this week.
My honorable mention this week is the 90s. Because the 90s were fucking wild.
Yes, they were.
Dave Coulier got a blowy from Alanis Morissette in a theater while
I think he got more than a
a
blowy.
movie was playing. I would imagine. There may or may
president
not
got a
have been
blowy.
the old popcorn trick involved. And that's
A
from
lot.
the mouth of Dave Coulier himself. He says that in the interview clip that I sent you, Chris.
Yeah, he does.
Um,
A few people got questionable blowjobs in the 90s.
But no, lots of cool things came out of the 90s that have kind of, what was I going to talk about earlier? What was I going to
Worst
bring up earlier? And I
hairstyle
said,
of
we'd wait.
Or mullets. Fuck you. They're not cool. Stop trying to make them cool.
They weren't cool in the 90s.
Exactly.
Don't break my
You also
heart,
shouldn't wear a
Mike,
business
you
suit
break
with
me
business
heart.
shorts.
Agreed.
Whoever decided that was okay needs strung up by their testicles and hung until dead from their testicles. Oh.
Yeah.
But no, homestarrunner.com, Newgrounds.
So like, yeah. Y2K in itself was just a fucking time.
It was fun. It was weird. But yeah, no, it's fucking Al Gore invented the internet in the 90s.
Al Gore invented the internet might be the best thing that ever came out of the 90s.
It wasn't a meme, Chris. That's a thing he said in an interview.
Oh, I know. I was alive in the 90s. That shit's crazy.
But yeah, Google got started in the 90s.
Amazon got started in the 90s.
They used to just send books to college students.
Yeah.
And then one day somebody's like, "Hey, so I ordered this fucking, I don't even remember what they had ordered, but they're like, so I ordered this whatever off of Amazon." I'm like, "The bookstore?"
Best thing to ever happen to
Wait,
the 90s
what?
were the popularity of Blockbuster.
Oh my god. So there's a game coming out called Blockbuster that I'm interested in.
Oh, same.
But also Blockbuster is so iconic, it inspired an entire like rebrand logo thing I made. You remember the lackluster video shit?
Yeah.
Just cause like, man, you go to Blockbuster on the weekends, like you get out of school on Friday, you've been good all week. So your mom picks you up from school, and you and her and your brother go down to the local Blockbuster, and you were both good, so you each get to pick out one game to rent for the insert whatever console we had at the time. But typically we were renting shit for the Sega Genesis, and then the Nintendo 64, and then Blockbuster went out of business.
Which gave birth to Netflix.
Netflix, which was originally a place that would mail you discs.
They would mail you DVDs, and you would rent them and then send them back.
I still have a Netflix DVD sleeve around here somewhere.
Do you?
I think I do, yeah.
Worth some money.
Probably not.
That's crazy. Maybe not. There's a good chance it's not.
There were billions of those sleeves printed, man. Values all based on rarity when it comes to collectibles. Now, in 30 years?
Sure. Maybe.
Sure. But I'm pretty sure they'll still mail. I'm pretty sure their DVD mailer service is still active.
I don't think it is. I don't
Did
think
they
it's been
finally
active
close it? Because
for a
I know
while.
it was open as little as 5 years ago. Still,
Yeah, I think like 2021 it shut down because
gotcha.
they were just no one was using it. I mean Redbox kind of took that anyway. So
yeah,
which Redbox now is pulling away from the physical copies of things and they're launching their own streaming service.
which is a choice
Yeah.
because they're competing in the exact same market as already existing industry giants, Amazon, YouTube, Amazon and YouTube, where you can already rent movies.
Netflix is already, or Netflix at one point was doing that. Yeah, there's a bunch of places you can do it. What was the other one that does it?
Voodoo.
There's one more that does it. It's Voodoo, yeah. But I was like, yeah, that's already handled. Already handled.
And Voodoo
yeah.
is struggling because their claim to fame was they offered high definition audio in all their videos.
Mm-hmm.
Because they used the Blu-ray encoding method as opposed to the DVD encoding method that everybody else used.
Right.
So it was easier to send high definition audio, apparently. But now everybody has high definition audio.
Because it's 2024.
Right.
Technology's super accessible.
Yeah, but so the 90s were cool. Lots of cool things came out of the 90s.
Yeah. What you doing, Brie?
My teeth hurt.
Oh no.
Oh.
I have a wisdom tooth that's this way, and it's starting to bother me because it's. Ow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope, I've
It's-
been there.
And it's not a constant pain. It just comes and it goes, but when it comes, it comes with a vengeance.
Uh-huh. I
When
know
it
what you're
comes,
saying.
it screams and hollers like a $2 Vegas whore.
Anywho, yeah, I still have
All
to get
four
my
of
thing
mine
done.
did that shit, Fen. At the same time. I had them all pulled on the same day.
I've had this
That
one
was a choice
pulled.
that was made.
This one needs to get pulled because it has a hole in it now. This one is next because it's this way. Well, this way. This one's barely even out of the gum yet, but it hurts. Oh my god.
Speaking of things that hurt, they are remaking The Karate Kid for the second time.
Well, I don't think it's a
I'm out.
remake.
I don't even want to
think
talk about it.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, like, the cool part about it is that Jackie Chan is involved.
And so is Ralph Macchio.
Yeah, so I'm curious on what the hell we're doing here. Karate Kid Legends. So, Kung Fu prodigy Li Fong is uprooted from his home in Beijing and forced to move to New York City. When a friend needs his help, Lee enters a karate competition. Lee's teacher, Mr. Han, enlists original Karate Kid Daniel Russo for help. So it's a combination? I don't know.
It's a sequel. It's a legitimate sequel. I'm more
It's
on
a
Well,
board.
because
sequel.
it has Jackie Chan, who was in the remake.
Yeah, so it looks like it's a combination of both movies in some way.
And then they.
Well, let's watch a
well,
fucking trailer.
You'll see the trailer. I was going to say something, but you'll see the trailer. Ow.
Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Our traditions are rooted in history. Kung Fu, karate. The tree grows strong.
You knew Mr. Miyagi?
I did not come looking for Sensei Miyagi. I came looking for you. In life, you have only one question. Is it worth fighting for it? Or not? Lee means to me what you meant to Sensei Miyagi.
I'm doing this for all of us. Whatever it takes. Two branches. One tree.
I'm down. Also, I'm glad to start seeing Ralph Macchio and stuff again.
I'm super in. I wonder if this is going to have any sort of tie-in to Cobra Kai.
Because Cobra Kai is still going, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think they just released a new season last year or early. No, there's a new season coming up. Yeah, I'm. What am I hearing in my ear?
And I see Jackie Chan is finally starting to look old, and Ralph Macchio refuses to look old. That man is in his 60s. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. I don't understand that. Also, I feel like I've seen Jackie Chan with, like, I feel like that might have been either dyed or he dyes his hair still.
Because I swear,
I mean,
he
for
has
his
looked
age, he
the
still looks
same.
amazing.
He looks
Yeah.
the same. Ever since I've been alive.
That's true. I mean, same.
I mean,
also.
to be fair, Same with Morgan Freeman. Same with
Morgan
Bruce Willis.
Freeman had popped out
Yeah.
his mother's womb an old man.
Old man.
Morgan Freeman has been old his whole life.
I don't believe he was ever young. I don't believe it.
He's the Benjamin Button that just stayed old.
That's true. I believe that.
See, okay, the thing that bothers me about Benjamin Button is he born out of a grave and dies into a vagina? Because if that's not the case, a woman pushes a full-size man out of her hoo-ha.
No,
And-
he starts off as a very small, old, like baby-sized old man.
Yeah. Baby-sized old man. Age of
And then
85.
just, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's actually a good movie.
I've seen bits and pieces of it. I just
it was
remember
actually a good
that
movie.
there's a part where the love of his life and him are finally the same age at some point.
Yeah. It's a wild fucking movie. Speaking of movies, seeing as it's Christmas time, what is everyone's favorite Christmas movie? And if anyone says
Carrey's.
fucking Die Hard, I swear to God,
Hang on.
I am
hang on.
retiring from the
I'm-
internet.
So, first off, I'm going to show you a thing.
If it's
Jim
if it's
Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
honestly, that's right there for me too.
My second also has Jim Carrey in it.
This is from IMDb. Their top
Oh,
100
goodness.
Christmas movies of all time.
I'm looking at the list, but let's be real. It's an action movie that takes place during fucking Christmas. That's like
In that case,
Edward
Iron Man
Scissorhands is
3.
on this fucking list too. But like what?
In that case, Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, literally. In that
Yes.
case, Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie. Batman Begins or Batman Returns is on this list. Like I'm not. Let's be
It's
real.
my
White
favorite
Christmas is a
DC
good-
movie. I haven't seen White Christmas, D. I haven't seen a lot of the like older one. I don't know if White Christmas is older.
The Polar Express is up there for me. Elf is up there for me. Home Alone is up there for me. National Lampoon, Christmas Vacation is up there. Also, the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
For me, it's probably A Christmas Story.
Okay.
I
With
didn't
National
grow up on that
Lampoon's
one.
Christmas Vacation being a close second. But I like the classic, like, we try to make it funny for the parents first and then write in a few jokes to keep the kids entertained second movies, and always have.
See, I didn't grow up with either of those, not because I'm young, but because my grandma hated both of them and refused to let anybody watch them every year.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a fan
Grandma
of
sounds
A
like a-
Christmas Story.
Can I say that?
Hey, I speak to her all the time looking down, so
Your grandma sounds like a bitch.
it's older. It came out in like the 50s. Okay, I thought it was older, but I was like, am I mixing it up with Miracle on 34th Street? Because I've not seen that one either.
That came out in 1946 or 47.
And then It's a Wonderful Life. I've never
It's
seen.
A Wonderful Life came out in 1946. Those are okay.
I love that red one is already on here.
White Christmas came out in 1954. It stars Bing Crosby, Danny Kaye, and Rosemary Clooney.
Shout out Bing Crosby.
Violent Night is also really good. I wouldn't say
Violent Night is awesome.
I wouldn't say it's a movie for the family, but it's.
Wait, is that? It
That's
is
the way
David Harbour.
Plays
Yes.
Santa and he fucking murders a ton of people. It is
Yes.
crazy. It is, Dave, we'll have to watch it. It's really good. It's real good.
Hottest
I
Santa
gotta-
put on screen ever. It was incredible.
6.7 is a stupid fucking star rating for that movie. It's so
Whether
good.
you've been naughty or whether you've been nice, no one finds the bodies hidden under ice. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
What else?
I can't sing the version of Jingle Bells that comes into my brain when you started doing that.
Oh, know, jingle bells,
How much
mermaid
fun
bed
it is to
smells,
ride when
barnacle
Santa
boy
starts to
laid an
sleigh.
egg.
See, the one that came into my brain is from Jeff Dunham, and
Yes, no.
yeah, no,
No.
Is that the one with Ahmed in it?
yes.
Okay.
I will say, just shout out to Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever. That movie wasn't good, but it's Grumpy Cat.
I love Santa Claus is Coming to Town. I don't know why, but I love that movie.
Santa Claus is Coming to Town is good. Jack Frost is good.
Which
Disagree.
one? No, you're talking about the Michael Keaton one, not
Mike
the
Keaton
horror
one.
movie.
No, the Michael Keaton one is the
Disagree.
horror movie one wasn't good. Elf.
And then my second favorite
Disagree.
is Jim Carrey's A Christmas Carol. I love that movie.
Oh, that was so good.
It terrified me as a child, and I don't know if it's the creepy CGI, but it scared me as a child, and now I love it.
The Santa Claus, which the fact that this is 14th on this list
That's
is a
all right.
fucking travesty.
The third one's my favorite of the Santa Claus. I love the third
That's
one.
the one with Martin Short, right?
Yes, as Jack Frost.
As Jack Frost.
Smash.
Gremlins. Gremlins is definitely a Christmas
Girl,
movie.
time out. Girl.
Yes,
You need help.
I know. But me, Angel, and Noob, well, we kind of watched the Santa Claus 3 the other night. I fell asleep because I took cough medicine and it made me go night-night. But before the movie even started, we were looking at the screen. And we were looking at, like, the thumbnail for the movie, and they had Jack Frost, and me and Angel both looked and said, smash.
Yeah, I mean, it's Martin Short. I feel like,
Martin
not for
Short
anything.
as Jack Frost smashed,
Yeah.
or Martin
Yes.
Short in general.
As Jack Frost.
Okay, that's a little
I don't
better because there's
It's
a
still
whole
Martin
like
Short.
glam rock thing going on there
Yeah.
almost.
Hi, Buddy the Elf. What's your favorite color? I love Elf. I really do. That movie. Bad Santa is another one. That one's fun. Billy Bob Thornton as an alcoholic Santa, mall Santa.
Ernest saves Christmas.
Ernest, all the Ernest movies are a good time.
I put him there with my dad used to watch him. I used to watch him with my dad.
How are we forgetting the most classic fucking Christmas thing of all?
Die
A
Hard.
Charlie Brown Christmas.
Which you
I
can't
fucking
watch on
hate that
anything
movie.
unless you have Apple TV, because me, Noob, and Angel were supposed to watch it, but they...
I happen to have Apple TV, so if you'd like to use my account, I'll
Nope.
look you up.
I was gonna say because the reason we couldn't watch it this year is because Apple TV Plus has something in their streaming service to where you cannot share it. Like you can't like if you want to like screen share, it won't let you.
That's brutal.
They have DRM and there's ways around it.
Yeah.
Because we tried to do it with Halloween, because Halloween was on Apple TV Plus, and it was like no, so I had to open it up on Shudder.
Yeah. I feel like, what is the worst Christmas movie in your eyes? Everyone go around. Everyone will pick the worst Christmas movie.
I'm trying to think.
Christmas with the fucking Cranks.
I've never seen it.
It was like out of any
the
Tim
Christmas
Allen
movies
Christmas
I have
movie,
seen.
it's so bad.
I'm gonna have to think about that. I'm also gonna pee real quick.
The 2018
I'm gonna think about
Grinch
it while I
movie
pee.
was fucking awful.
Oh yeah, I hated that movie.
You sound like you're in a tunnel.
Oh, it's because I put the phone away from me.
There we go. I can hear you now.
Let's see.
Very
According
terrible Kumar Christmas was terrible too.
to Rotten Tomatoes, Home Alone 3 is number 22. I love Home Alone 3. I do not care. I know it's not Macaulay, but I love that movie.
It's good, but the first one is the best.
Like, yes, the first two are classics. They're amazing.
Yeah.
But Home Alone 3 is so dumb that I love it.
It's
Wow.
so bad.
Fred Claus is up here. We watch Fred Claus every year.
Do you?
Santa Claus 3 is at number 10. Fuck y'all for that.
That movie was good. I liked that. I haven't seen the newest one.
I'm trying to see what number 1 is. Something called The Nutcracker, and it has a 0%, and it has Elle Fanning in it.
Oh no. Oh
And
my god. I remember hearing about that movie.
And then Christmas with the Cranks is number 2.
Yeah, Christmas with the Cranks is a terrible fucking movie. And I love Tim Allen.
I think I'm trying to think, and my horror brain is just always active. So the 2019 remake of Black Christmas is
God
awful, and I thought that I would like it because everybody hated on it because it shoves a message in your face, and I was like, okay, so people are just being stupid as usual, but no, it's terrible. It was also the from concept to release was only like 6 months.
It was a rushed project.
And all the people behind it seemed to have good intentions, but that movie sucked. I also am not a fan of any of the Black Christmases. Like, I don't really like the first, the original.
No, the original's not good. The remake that they did, I think it was like 2008, wasn't good either.
The 2006 one, yeah.
The 2006 one, that one wasn't good either.
And then, yeah. There's Silent Night, Deadly Night, which I enjoy because it's dumb, but I watched it with Angel, and she said it was very slow and boring, which I can see someone saying that.
It's okay.
My main reason for loving it is because it was pulled from theaters after 2 weeks because parents were mad that Santa was a killer, and I'm like, it's not even Santa, it's a dude dressed like Santa.
Yeah, that's like...
And it had obscenity charges placed against it.
That's absurd.
Oh,
that's right. I forgot that they made a sequel to the Christmas Story.
Oh yeah, they did.
I
totally
forgot that fucking exists.
Because isn't it older Ralphie?
It's literally Ralphie as an adult. Yeah.
What is?
They made a sequel to A Christmas Story in 2022.
Oh, I didn't know that.
A Christmas Story Christmas. It follows now adult Ralphie as he returns to the house on Cleveland Street to give his kids a magical Christmas like one he had as a child, reconnecting with childhood friends and reconciling the passing of his old man.
Oh,
see, there's so many movies.
That actually sounds like it'd be good. Worst Christmas movie of all time: Santa Claus versus the Devil.
Yes.
I don't even know that one, and I don't think I want to.
Yeah, no, you missed that.
That was before your time.
Because I'm looking at the Rotten Tomatoes list, and like it's a lot of movies that I don't recognize. I recognize the cast, but not the movie. And then there's some up here where I'm just like, that's disrespectful, putting the Santa Claus 3 at number 10. Screw y'all, that movie's great.
That does feel pretty disrespectful.
But then there's things like just a movie called Santa Claus with John Lithgow.
Oh, I love John Lithgow.
I can't imagine that being a bad movie.
But I don't recognize any of the other cast because it says Dudley Moore, David Huddleston, and Burgess Meredith. I don't recognize.
Yeah, I was like, wait, Dudley Moore?
I know all of
How
those
old
names.
was that movie?
I don't know. Dudley Moore apparently plays Santa Claus.
Okay, I can see that.
Then there's Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
Oh, yep.
I'll Be Home for Christmas, which has Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Jessica Biel, Gary Cole. I recognize those people.
Wasn't good.
Four Christmases, which my mother loves, but I don't think I've ever actually seen. Unaccompanied Minor?
I don't know that one.
I don't know. But screw y'all for having Home Alone 3 that low. Y'all only had that low because it's not Macaulay.
That's probably why, actually.
But I'm sure it's much better than Home Alone 4, Home Alone 5, and Home Sweet Home Alone.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of them past 3.
I haven't either, and I don't think I want to because it's a new kid.
I saw
every
one.
time.
Good. I saw 2. Good. I saw 3. No Macaulay Culkin. Questionable. Watched movie. Bad.
Yeah, and then
It's
4.
dumb fun. I like it because it's dumb entertainment.
Yeah, it's not good.
But I think 4, either 4 or 5, I think returns to Kevin McAllister, but it's not Macaulay.
It's number 4, I believe.
Home Alone 4.
Because they have fucking it's Home Alone 4 because they have fucking French Stewart in as Marv. I like French Stewart. I don't like French Stewart in that role.
They have French Stewart play Marv?
Yeah.
No, French Stewart should exclusively play himself or Harry.
Yeah, or Harry. Yeah. I'm trying to remember Jason Beige, who's plays Peter McAllister, Kevin's father, who is now majorly famous because of Chicago PD. I'm trying to think who else is.
I would just like to read
That
the
is French
plot-
Stewart, D.
I would like to just
And
read
he
the
is an
plot
amazing
synopsis
sculptor.
for Home
But
Alone
better than
5.
his sculptures, his performance as Harry. The living radio.
Home
Wait, so
Alone
what's
5.
my job? You're the radio, Harry.
Home Alone 5. Finn Baxter sets up booby traps to catch the ghost of his new home's former occupant, only to discover he must protect the house and his sister from 3 bumbling art thieves.
Why are there art thieves
Well,
breaking into the McAllister house?
It's not the McAllisters anymore. It's Finn Baxter.
Oh. I was going to say the McAllisters were like upper middle class. They don't have art thief shit in their house, guaranteed.
And then apparently Home Alone, I kept hearing about this one because it's, you know how like in the first 2, it's, you know, bad guys trying to break into houses and like, or, you know, the second one basically try to murder this kid. In Home Sweet Home Alone.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you were saying, because French Stewart sculpts too, or does he paint? He does some art, and he has a project house that's wild. Sorry.
Gary Busey is also an artist, but that's a conversation for another day.
But yeah, then,
But doesn't he
there's-
mostly draw pussies?
No.
Oh.
Anywho.
But yeah, then there's Home Sweet Home Alone, where it's this couple, this kid like steals or something, a family heirloom from them, so they try to break into this house to get it back. And you're basically watching this kid terrorize this couple who are just coming back for an heirloom of theirs that he took.
That is the most believable premise yet.
Yeah.
Also, I should start stealing things from people.
No, you shouldn't. That's
Not
a
in real
slippery
life.
slope, Dave. That's a slippery slope.
I'm also thinking
Oh,
about
my
starting
God.
up doing some math. I know, it's a gateway drug that leads to engineering, but sometimes it's got to be done.
This is the last time you will ever see Dave less than normal.
Last episode of the year and last
Last
episode
episode
ever.
of the year. Get a new producer. Oh, that joke was so dad. It has a 30-year-old pair of slippers.
It has
Wait,
6 kids and a
what
mortgage.
joke?
What?
What joke?
What do you mean, what joke?
The joke your mom
What joke?
created about 37 or 38 years ago.
Ouch.
Holy shit!
I'm genuinely asking a question. And you, okay, I see how it is.
Wow! Goddamn, Bree!
Sorry. The joke. It's the last episode
math
of the
joke.
year. We need a new producer.
Your math joke.
Oh, the math.
What
joke.
math joke did I make? I made a math joke?
Engineering.
Yeah.
Math is a
You
gateway
said
drug.
you
to
said
engineering.
I'm going to do a lot of math, and math I know is a gateway drug to engineering. So it's like
That's a
such
great
dad-
joke.
That's a
I
dad
made that
joke and a
joke?
half.
I've
just
never
said
heard that before.
All right, this is the point where Dave tries to gaslight us to say he didn't come up with a bad joke.
What's next? On
I
the
actually
show?
didn't come up with that joke. I stole it from a friend, but I had legitimately forgotten what I was talking about up until you said
Are you
the
on
math
Marth
joke.
right now?
Apparently.
Okay.
Dude, dosing gummies is hard, okay?
Yes, it is. That's why I don't do it.
Oh, but it's so much easier on everything else I have going on in my life.
That's super fair. Yeah. So, however, time to finish this all off with our music segment. Dave, what's your song of the week?
It's My Calling by the Cooties. Because it's amazing.
Yeah. Was he gonna play it?
Oh, I'm gonna play it. It's so good. I'm pretty sure you have heard this song before, Chris. I think I played
feel
it
like
for
I
you
have.
before. What?
I think I have. There's a good chance. I should probably open the watch here.
And I can't sleep once again.
Oh yeah, I've heard this song.
I keep having that recurring dream that I'm sitting on a boat.
Sitting on a boat with a bunch of men.
I finally know what it means. But I'm scared.
But I'm scared that you won't understand.
You won't understand. Something's not right. Something's not right.
What was this in?
No, something's not right with your boy.
Just a little, like, clip of them playing this for Funny or Die. That's it.
But this was in something.
No?
I feel like I've seen it somewhere.
And I'm sailing away from the haters. The ocean is calling out to me and my parrot. And we're gonna burn this whole city down. Yo ho,
motherfucker, I'm a pirate now.
Yeah, Dave has definitely played this for us before.
Oh, I've heard this so many times.
belong at sea, roaming port to port, stealing treasure chests from
Holy shit, it's a 4-minute song, almost a 5-minute song. Who are they, Metallica?
Is it? Oh, damn.
Yeah. Shit, who are you, fucking Metallica?
I'm Matomica.
That little drum fill, I love it.
It's so good.
That's the worst part about this, is the song is so well composed.
It really is.
Famously, that's where they're from, but no pirates there, just a bunch of
Just
rum,
a bunch of rum.
That's where I met Mark. He's my new friend, my island till I die friend. He's a big, strong, beautiful man.
Mark flies planes. Planes are cool.
And a plane's much faster than a boat. A boat.
A boat.
The sky is the limit when you're in a plane. I know my calling. I'm a pilot. And I'm flying away from you posers. Mark Mark says he'll teach me. It looks pretty easy, and I'm gonna
shake my ass in the clouds.
Wheels up,
motherfucker, I'm a pilot now. Wheels up, motherfucker.
Dude, Bree is so over our shit.
Wait a second, hold on. The truth is, I'm not a pirate or a pilot.
I'll never be a fireman or a cop.
'Cause I am a frog with a dream to be human and have a job. Ribbit,
Ribbit, motherfucker, I'm a goddamn frog.
You know what? I love that the fucking stone face of Bree right now. Bree does not want to be here.
Oh, but the breakdown's so good, Bree. Listen to that.
Bree is like, this is old people music.
The operatic baritone in the background, so good.
Oh yeah. All right, Bree, actually give me your opinion instead of fucking lying to us with that smile.
Hey, get back here and talk to us, or I'll turn you into Bambi's mom.
God damn.
Okay.
Holy shit. It's okay if
I'm
you hate it.
teasing, by the
It's
way.
totally fine if you hate it.
Oh yeah, you don't have to like that.
That
It's
was
just fun
for
and
us.
silly and stupid.
It is all of those words, especially the last two.
Yeah, see, there she is. Listen, if you don't like something, fucking say it with your chest. That's your New Year's
yeah.
resolution. Say it with your
We've
chest.
decided it for you, and if you don't like it, say it with your chest.
Exactly. You see how that works? This is what happens when
Haha,
you're
you've been
friends.
trapped. Ow. My back
Between
is
us girls,
angry today.
That is. Yeah. Hey, Bree, what's your song of the week?
My song of this week, we returned to Sabrina Carpenter. I feel like she's been my
Our
musician,
Lord and
not
Savior
musician,
Sabrina Carpenter.
my song of the week most often is Sabrina, not most often, but the most this year has been Sabrina Carpenter. So last year she released a song called Nonsense, and then around Christmas time she came out with the Nonsense, a Christmas version. It is one of the most... Your kids can hear it, and they won't understand it, but as an adult, you listen to the lyrics, and you're just like, oh, this is sexual.
She's thirsty.
Because it's decking all the halls, spiking all the nog. I'm talking... Wait, no. I'm talking spiking eggnog. I'm talking offset of small. I'm talking big snowballs. You got a new toy for me. I'm out here trimming the tree.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that she a thirsty little bitch, and it's
And
fine.
Which is 100% why Bree identifies with her.
Yes, because Bree is so thirsty.
all of her songs recently have all been sexual, and they're like low-key sexual. Like, you listen to them and you know, but a child can listen and not understand what the fuck they're singing.
That's fair.
And it's fun, and I love it.
So mine might be the most on-brand thing ever for me.
Is it
It's
Paul
a song
McCartney's
called-
Wonderful Christmas?
No, but I do love Paul McCartney.
Is it All I Want for Christmas Is You?
No, that song can die in a hole just like Mariah Carey's career.
Hey, it makes her $3 million every Christmas season.
Yeah, but that's the only thing she's relevant for now. No one's cared about her since like 2011. Yeah, see? Yeah. No, it's a song called Dominic the Donkey. It's about the Italian Christmas donkey, and it is probably the most like me thing to ever love. It's such a fun song.
It's also insane.
It is insane, but it's fun. Yeah, Spree.
I have a quick honorable
Have
mention
you
for song
never
of the
heard
week.
this song?
No.
Okay, I'll have to send it to you.
Yeah, I
after
have
the show,
a,
we'll
We could
play it
just
for
play
you.
it now.
No, that's a copyright for sure, and that's more editing than I want to do.
Fair.
my honorable mention for song of the week is the 12 Redneck Days of Christmas.
Oh my god, the 12
Wait, the
Pains
Jeff
of Christmas is
Foxworthy
a good one.
version?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Bob Rivers version of 12 Pains of Christmas is a classic too.
But my family makes sure we listen to that song every year. We haven't heard it yet this year, but we will.
Parts 2 of Mustang GT. Here's your sign. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Bill Engvall. I don't know. You get all the fucking blue collar comedy guys together, and you can't really tell them all apart. Listen, I'm gonna say
That's not true.
it's very true.
They are all very
All their-
distinctly A, different looking, B, different sounding, and C, different accented men.
Are all their bits feel the same to me, except for Ron White is the only one, because Ron is on a different level. Ron's jokes aren't for rednecks. Ron's jokes are like, holy shit, Ron.
I wish you wouldn't say that, because Ron is the one I identify with the most.
I love Ron White.
But like, okay, so you remember when he tells the story about he just had a van serviced and had tire work done, and then a wheel falls off of it?
Yeah.
That happened to me with my Formula when I got the Dayton's put on it.
Also,
The secret Krabby
there are a
Patty
lot of the
Formula.
times. Yes. There are a lot of times that you'll say something, Dave, and I'll just go, holy shit, Dave.
You know what?
Happens a lot.
You're welcome,
Yeah. Anyway,
I guess.
go ahead. Listen, it's all about Dominic, the Italian Christmas donkey, and he hangs out with all his paisans in Sicily. We love Dominic. And no, after the show, I'll play it for you, Bree. It's fun.
Okay.
It's fun. Who's in your music corner this week?
Okay, it's a random pick. I was looking at a list of because I made up a list of people that I would want to do, and I just said, "Fuck it, we're doing this." Rascal Flatts, where you cannot convince me. I don't care if you tell me that man's name is Gary. No, it's not. That man's name is Rascal, and you can't convince me otherwise.
You're
So,
one of them
Hootie the
crazy
Bloater
bitches
situation.
what keep calling Darius Rucker Hootie. I was just going to say that.
My mother does. She always calls him.
It's fucking Hootie, which was never the point of the band name.
Yeah,
No.
His name is Rascal. You can't tell me otherwise. If I ever met him, I wouldn't be like, "Hey, Gary." I'd be like, "No, what up, Rascal? That's not my name." Yes, it is.
Also, that doesn't make sense in that scenario, considering who are the other two? Flats?
Yes, I tell my mom it's Rascal and the Flats.
What are they, a fucking doo-wop band from the 60s?
I can't tell you any of the other members' names. I just know Gary. What are the other members' names? Gary, Jay, and Joe. Wow.
Yeah.
But if you do
Tell
not know
me you're a
Rascal-
country band without telling me you're a country band. Well, when your members' names are Gary, Jay, and Joe, you're pretty much guaranteed to be a country band.
Oh
Not
my
to be
God.
confused with contraband.
They have a song that talks about being in the South, and then you're not really in the South until you hear banjos. And as someone who lived in the South, that's real.
So, for Rascal Flatts, from 2000 to 2010, the band recorded for Disney Music Group's former Lyric Street Records division. While on that label, it released 6 studio albums, all of which were certified platinum or higher. I really need to go back to writing these before I do that. They have released more than 40 singles, 16 of which reached #1 on the Billboard Hot Country Songs, Country Airplay, and/or Canada Country charts. Their longest running #1 song was a cover of Bless the Broken Road, which I am just now learning was a cover.
Okay, also fucking same.
It spent 5 weeks at #1 on Hot Country's songs in 2005 through 2006 and 2007. What Hurts the Most was #1 on both. I was like, what am I hearing?
Wasn't Bless the Broken Road
like,
originally Stephen Curtis Chapman?
Cover of Marcus Hummins.
I paused it. I accidentally hit the thing.
We can hear Cake.
I was like, what am I
tell the
listening
millennials
to?
around?
But through 2006 and 2007, What Hurts the Most was #1 on both the Hot Country Songs and Adult Contemporary charts and garnered their highest peak on the Billboard Hot 100 at #6. They also, if you haven't known any of the songs I've listed so far, if you've seen Cars,
Life is a highway.
One of their most well-known songs is a cover of Life is the Highway, which I've known was a cover, but in my brain, when I think Life is a Highway, I think of their version. I do not think of the original, even though my job plays the original, and I'm like, what is this?
The original's good.
No.
Honestly, Rascal Flatts did that song better. And that's like an actual rock song. Like, for Rascal Flatts, they're very country. That is a rock song. And it's real good. It's real good. Cars is also my childhood, to be fair.
It bothers me when you say shit like that because you were the closest person to my age here, Chris. And I was an adult when that shit started. Or at least it feels like I was.
When did Cars come
6
out?
years apart?
Cars came out in 2006. I would have been 5.
I was 20.
2006, I was 14.
14, yeah.
But the band was named Vocal Group of the Year by the Country Music Association every year from 2003 to 2008. Top Vocal Group by the Academy of Country Music from 2003 to 2009, and won the American Music Award for Artist of the Year in 2006. They were inducted into the Grand Ole Opry in 2011 and received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2012. Bless the Broken Road was also named Best Country Song at the 48th Annual Grammy Awards. Unfortunately, on January 7th of 2020, they announced that they were going to be disbanding following a farewell tour after 20 years together. Unfortunately, that farewell tour was canceled. Everything was canceled in 2020.
So
But
was my fucking Wu-Tang show that I was supposed to go to.
The group's disbandment was officially confirmed in October 2021, and the group announced a reunion on October 1st of this year with a tour commemorating their 25th anniversary set to commence in 2025. But yeah, so Rascal Flatts has kind of always been a part of my life, between, Cars, and then they randomly appear in the Hannah Montana movie. I'm not complaining.
That's right. I forgot about that. It's a climb. Shout out
I
Miley.
love that movie.
It actually is.
And then What Hurts the Most, Bless the Broken Road, the songs I've named so far are just, they were on the radio all the time when, they came out, and you can't convince me that man's name is not Rascal.
It's not Rascal. Stop it. You sound crazy.
His name is Rascal and the Flats.
That's not how that works.
I don't care.
Gary.
Also, Viking, you're older than Dave.
Correct. You'll be 40 in less than a year. Dick shoes.
You know how far I am from 40? I'm 8 fucking years away from 40.
You want to know how far away
Never
I am
mind.
from
It is.
40?
That is
16
correct.
years and 1 week.
Wow.
Fuck you.
Dave
I
said
remember
it.
what it
So
was
I
like
didn't
to
have
be
to.
young.
I mean,
You do?
I'm still young.
Have
Technically.
all
Your memory
fun.
hasn't gone yet?
I can remember shit from when I was 3.
I mean, I can remember a couple things from when I was 3.
I don't remember my childhood.
She repressed all of that shit. Oh my god.
I was
What even
fucking.
is
I was
this
laying
show?
in bed. I was laying in bed with Danger last night, and the fan was hitting just right, and the noise of the fan was just right, and it immediately took me to summer camp.
Yeah.
And I turned and I looked at her, and I said, "If we were at summer camp, I'd sneak out of the cabin to make out with you."
Time at band camp. So I went to summer camp
Fuck you,
once,
Finn.
and I was there for a day, and then a kid went fucking postal, and they had to call the cops. And we just never went to summer camp again.
Closest I've gotten to summer camp is watching Friday the 13th. I've never been to summer camp.
I went to summer camp most years. I sent myself most years. We would do fundraisers, and I would generally do well enough in the fundraiser to pay for myself and other people. One of the big ones we did were bike-a-thons, where all the other kids are asking grandma to pledge them, 10 cents a mile. Meanwhile, I'm calling the local auto dealerships going, "Hey, do you have any of your donation budget left? Because this is a tax write-off, and you'll send some kids to summer camp. Here's the deal.
There you go.
I'm going to ride my bike 30 miles. You can either give me a flat donation or say you'll donate X number per mile, incentivize me actually doing the ride. It's up to you." And they'd be like, "We have a donation budget, and we like to make children suffer. We're on board."
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you're on board for children suffering, I suppose. That's
No,
just
so
so
I rode my bike 30 miles every year, and on average sent 6 kids to summer camp.
That's actually really cool.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I rode my bike all over anyway. Like a 30-mile ride wasn't shit for me. I think we did it in like 2.5 hours.
Too many kids got hit by cars riding bikes on the streets here. So
Oh, no. We
didn't do it.
we had a trail we were riding on. So it was a 30-mile
no.
trail ride.
People just get nailed by bikes here, all their cars all the time on bikes. So we didn't do that here.
Yeah, no, we were out on a bike trail between 2 towns because there is a bike trail that goes through the Midwest, and it's called different things in different places, right? But there's basically a big-ass long bike trail that goes from, I want to say, somewhere in Wyoming all the way down to, you have to take highway to hit different parts of it and shit like that every once in a while. But, fucking... I think you can take it all the way to fucking Louisiana.
That's a hell of a distance.
Well, okay, so in Iowa they do ragbri. You've heard of ragbri, right?
No.
Okay. Well, anyway, it's this other big bike. But cycling is a big thing in the Midwest because we don't have hills. Or we do, but in the areas where we don't, we don't have mountains.
I got nothing else to do but do meth and get swept up by a tornado.
That's not true. We fucking play Magic the Gathering too.
That's true. That's true. They do play Magic the Gathering out there. Kind of a big deal.
Yeah, which is why me taking 11th place in a state tournament was huge to me, and I did it 3 goddamn times.
I mean, that's kind of a big deal anyway. You placed in a spot in a fucking tournament. That's pretty cool.
Well, okay, so 10th and higher got invited to Nationals, which was on the World Tour. You were pretty much guaranteed sponsorship, and you were at that point a professional Magic the Gathering player who could pretty much guarantee you had your living paid for as long as you kept playing at the level you were playing at.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and I kept falling 1 spot shy of that.
That's brutal.
And every year on a technicality.
Yeah, that happens. Well, I don't know a good transition from Magic the Gathering to our musician of the week, so we're just gonna go. So I don't know
Wait,
if he
hang on.
plays.
Who's our musician of the week? Because I can probably do it.
Bubble.
Oh,
Now it's not a surprise anymore.
All I said was bubble. That doesn't give it
Okay.
away.
So, from Magic the Gathering to Michael Bublé, everything you need to know and more about the man, the myth, the Pepsi guy. Our musician of the week is Michael Bublé. Chris?
The Pepsi guy?
Yeah, he was in a lot of commercials for Pepsi for the bubble shit they were selling.
For bubbly, yeah. Is
Yeah.
that a Pepsi product? That is a Pepsi
That's a
product.
Pepsi product. Yeah.
Yeah. Jake, is that a Pepsi product still? If you're still hanging out with us?
I guess I haven't known in forever. I know it at one point was a Pepsi product.
Yeah. I'd say
I'd imagine
I don't
it still
know.
is.
But if there's anyone, okay, I was to say, if there's anyone who can answer that, it's the guy who works for Frito Lay. Because if those don't know, Frito Lay is owned by Pepsi.
And they're both owned by Yum Brands, if I remember correctly.
They're just Pepsi.
Who also owns Taco Bell and Pizza Hut
Pepsi's
and KFC, I think.
Itself. Yeah, Pepsi's owned by themselves.
Oh, and then Yum is just the umbrella that holds all of the
the fast food.
I just assume everything is owned by Nestle.
That's not even close to true.
No, not a lot.
Because Nestle owns a lot of random shit.
Nestle's also owned by somebody else, I believe.
I think Nestle and Coca-Cola are part of the same company.
I think so. Anyway,
or
Michael
they partner
Bublé.
on stuff a lot. Michael Bublé.
Michael Bubble.
Maybe. So do we. Yeah, Pepsi goes crazy too. Michael Bublé is a Canadian singer songwriter. Very much so known for his jazz style sound.
Jazz.
Also,
I have to put that in air
jazz.
quotes. It's jazz.
Yeah. It's jazz pop.
Jazz.
He has been active since 1994. He has sold 75 million albums wide, with numerous awards, including 15 Juno Awards and 5 Grammys. This time of year, it's pretty popular to talk about Bublé, considering his 2011 Christmas album blew up. Let's just say that. It is kind of a staple for most people's Christmas album. Big fan of Bublé. Big Bublé guy. I know his shows are spectacular. I haven't seen him live, but I have heard from several people that it's one of the best live performances you can see.
Look, all I'm going to say is, you've made it. It used to be, and it still is to somewhat, when Weird Al parodies one of your songs.
Yeah.
But now I think you can also classify yourself as having made it. If the Lonely Island asks you to do a track with them.
Bro, for real. I was like, where are you going? Also, yeah.
And didn't know that. Never mind. That was Michael Bolton.
No, Bublé has a song with them.
Does he? Which one did he do with them?
I don't remember, but I know he has a song with them.
Because the one in my head was the one they did with Michael Bolton, which is also crazy.
Jack Sparrow? Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
The only thing I know about Michael Bubble is the Christmas album, but the man can sing.
Yeah, his talent is otherworld. He's fucking hilarious too.
And there's lots of guys who have covered like Christmas songs and stuff, but you can always tell when it's Bubble.
That's true. Bublé has a very distinct What in the fuck is happening in my ears right now? Okay, we're going like that.
I was setting something up for later.
Oh, all right. But yeah, he's hilarious. I know this is something we've talked about on this show a few times, as well as Fucked Up. But the shrooms incident that happened last year at the NHL All-Star Weekend, which is brilliant. Anything he's done with the voice has actually been like pretty good. His jokes are actually solid. Like, he is a very funny dude. He reminds me of Justin Timberlake in the sense that if he wasn't like singer, he could be a comedian, like, easily.
With the name Michael Bublé, you kind of have to be a famous person at some point. Like, some
That's
people
such a great name.
They have names and it's just like, yeah, that has to be a famous person. Michael Bublé is not a normal human name.
No. But yeah. No bigger fucking stud in the music industry than Bublé. The boobs. No one calls him the boobs, but I mean, boobs. Where? But yeah, shout out to Michael Bublé. Are you okay over there, Dave?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
I think that is the perfect spot to call this, I would say. Thank you guys so much for coming to hang out with us today on our last episode of the year. Real quick, I do want to mention this Saturday, Marissa, aka Rosie Girl, who's a good friend of the channel, will be doing her own Thankmas stream on Saturday, starting at 10 a.m. I will be a part of that at some point, playing some games with her and stuff. She does this every year. She did it the past couple years, and I had been a part of it. So we will make sure to put that in the Discord server, so you guys can come hang out if you want to as well. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. If you haven't already, hit that notification bell, let you know anytime we upload anything. If you're hearing us on Spotify, you're a fucking legend. Make sure you give us a rating and give us a follow. It's been a fucking tumultuous and wild year, but I feel like we've had a lot of great shows and a lot of great bits, and I'm super excited to see what 2025 brings the show and LTN Media.
Hey, I'll tell you what's going to happen in 2025. I'm going to show everyone what my bits can really do.
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh, God. I'm sorry about that, Bree.
Okay.
Don't throw up.
Whew. Any you guys want to add any reflect on the year, I guess?
Ow.
My teeth hurt. I'm gonna grab the pliers and rip it out.
I mean, that's free dentistry.
As someone who's done that, free dentistry is the best dentistry. I am not a medical professional. That was not medical advice.
Oh, shit.
It's been a shit year.
Wow, forever the optimist. Okay, we're just gonna wrap this up. Dave, anything you want to say before we call it?
I'm going away for a while. I unfortunately won't see any of you until next year.
I'm glad I'm the only one that takes this. Anyway, Bree, say the tagline. I'm over this.
Until we see y'all again, keep it simple, stay weird. I changed my mind. The worst Christmas movie ever is any Hallmark movie. Bye, guys.
Yes.